Today's Cosplay Con Talk episode is sponsored by Moco Queen Color Contacts. Don't forget to use my code Wayne for 10% off at checkout at mocoqueen.com. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. How's it going, everyone? Wayne the Unknown here, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Con Talk, where we basically discuss everything pertaining to the cosplay community and conventions. I'm here doing another segment on Get to Know That Cosplayer, and I'm joined here by UK-based cosplayer Courtney Louise Cosplay. How you doing, Courtney?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Uh, Thank you for coming on and being another international cosplay guest. I'm sure if you're familiar with how this series goes, we'll talk about how you got into cosplay, how long you've been doing it for, the cons you've done, the cosplays you've done, and any advice and experiences you'd like to share. So to begin, how long have you been cosplaying for, and what got you into cosplaying?
I think it's 3 years this May actually, which is crazy to me. And I started cosplaying, it was actually during the pandemic. So like many people, I kind of downloaded TikTok at the start of the year, and was like, oh, like this all seems to be going pretty popular on other social media. So downloaded it and then started seeing a bunch of cosplay people. And then I actually met one of my first friends. She's called Tia, and ended up kind of speaking to her and was like, "Oh, this is so cool! It's something I've always wanted to do. I've just never been able to. Like, I've just been so nervous." And then she was like, "Yeah, come on, do it, do it, do it." And so eventually I gave in, and lo and behold, here we are.
Nice. Um, and you said you got into cosplay because of TikTok. I've seen a lot of
Yes.
TikTok cosplay. I think TikTok is like the best way for people to show off their cosplays in a sense, especially those who are just starting out. And I know like a lot of cosplayers hit to TikTok to show off their cosplays.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of those things like it's a great way to show cosplays and things. Obviously, not everyone is able to go to Comic Cons like all the time, and I think if you're one of those people like myself, I'm not based straight around London where all of the Comic Cons happen in the UK.
Oh yeah, I know there's like what
So,
Manchester Comic Con, I think it is, like one of the big ones.
yeah, you've got like MegaCon happens up in like Birmingham, Manchester, MCM, which is London mainly, but also
I
Birmingham.
have heard of MCM
Um,
quite a bit.
yeah. But most of them are headed up that way, and I'm not up that way. So it's quite difficult. But I think TikTok allows you to easily show your cosplays that you've made, you know?
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. And I know speaking of cons, there you guys are gonna get Star Wars Celebration this year.
I believe so, yeah.
Nice. Do you guys plan on going?
I'm not a huge Star Wars person. I have yet to watch all of them.
And there's nothing
Um,
wrong with that.
but my partner does enjoy it. It is one of those things I do want to try and get into. Uh, but you know,
No, no, I completely understand that. What was your very first official convention that you went to?
MCM. I went in hard.
Nice. You like go big or go home.
Yeah, literally, I done no smaller local cons. My very first one was October 2021, and I went, let's go, just do it.
You basically said, screw Disneyland, let's just go to Disney World.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's it was a great time though. I do love MCM. It's the one that I do every year so far. I haven't missed a single one.
Nice. I'm not fully familiar with MCM. I've seen people talk about it. I don't think I've ever asked anyone because you're, like I said, you're my first UK based cosplayer.
Oh.
Um, what is MCM like?
Oh God, it with conventions, I guess, with most cosplayers, it's one of those places you walk into it and you're like, I'm home. But they do such a range of things in there. You've got comic book artists, I think they had wrestlers at one point. They it's such a vast variety. You've got like Marvel, DC, anime, um, like normal animation. They try and do like a variety of guests as well. So they have like anime voice actors, there's authors, there's drag queens. We had drag queens last time. I'm hoping that there'll be some more because they were really good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking up their website right now. Yeah, MCM London returns May 26th to the 28th. 3-day con.
Yes.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Where's it held at exactly? Like the center itself.
It's at the Excel Centre in London.
Um,
So it's a very big um centre building,
I'm looking
really.
at I'm looking
Yeah.
it up right now. Excel Center London. So wow, yeah, you were not
Yeah.
kidding. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
a
the
pretty
one.
big. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I love the entrance. How it looks like a pyramid you're walking into.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah, that's
really
where
freaking cool.
you enter and you exit, but then in front of the Excel Center you have like there's like a bunch of steps and a big like grass area, and they also use that for people to like hang out, like if you want to get some lunch, you can sit outside and get away from
And
all the crowds and
for anyone wondering, if you want to look it up on Wikipedia, this is the bird's eye view of the con back in 2017.
yeah,
The con's been going on since. So last year was its 20th anniversary because it's been going
yeah,
on since 2002. Wow, that's a pretty neat con.
yeah, yeah. It's one of those ones that I think most people try and aim to do an MCM at
Uh,
least once a
if
year.
if I ever get the money and opportunity, I would love to travel to MCM Comic Con.
Oh, you should. It's such a great time.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe it. So next question is okay. That's just a Instagram thing. Oh my God, I always forget. I'll probably asking a lot more questions since you're cosplay. Since you cosplayed a different country later throughout this. Um, have you ever been to any other cons aside from MCM?
Um, it's mostly just like local ones, like where I am, they do some other ones like UK CGF, um, which is basically like a con and gaming festival. So I've
UKCG.
actually, yeah, so I've done a few of those, both attended as a guest and been with a company, um, sort of like supporting them.
Would this? Oh, I'm pulling up the website, but would this
That's the one. Yeah.
Comic Con and gaming? Okay, okay,
It's
UK Comic Con and that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And you've said you've been a
It's
guest too?
yeah, so I just went as like a normal like um cosplayer with a friend. And then we well, I went with a company as well, so got like free entry and got to know the owners of the con and etc. So
Very nice.
thank you.
So, if you can remember, how many cons have you been to total within the
Oh my
past
Lord.
within the past 2 years?
Um, maybe about five.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not.
Considering you started post COVID.
Yeah, it's I try and do both MCMs every year. So I've done both MCM Londons last year. I'm doing both MCM Londons this year because there's
They're
one in May, one in October.
oh, okay, kind of
Yeah.
like how down in California they have a con called SAC Anime that they do spring, summer, and winter. They do it 3 times a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, so MCM do one in May because that's right around my birthday, and one in October, which is always fun because people bring the Halloween
Oh
inspired ones
yeah,
out. So
nice. I like when people like want to do a Halloween themed in October con. And that's pretty cool that you have a con around your birthday too.
it's so good. I'm so excited, honestly, this year. I get to spend it with all of my best friends, so I'm excited.
Nice. Very cool. So a question I'd like to try. I've been turning this into a two-part question. So for first-time con goers and cosplayers going to a convention, what advice would you want to give to con goers who are just going but not cosplaying, and then advice for cosplayers who are going to the first con?
If you're going and not cosplaying, um, I would say obviously be courteous of the other cosplayers. If you are admiring people, please ask for their photos. Don't just take a picture. Please ask first. Um, take this is for everyone. Take your own water bottles. Because drinks in a Comic Con can be so expensive.
Oh, I know.
And, and not just that, it gets so busy around lunchtime. So if you can take your own food, go for it. And obviously they have like refillable drink stations as well. So
Oh,
you can just
nice.
take like an empty bottle and fill it up as and when. Um, and the good thing about MCM at the moment is they actually have this thing called a reset room. So if you have any like sensory issues, or like if you just get overwhelmed and you need 5 minutes, they have like this little room that's really quiet. They have loads of fidget toys and little coloring things and whatnot. Go and use the facilities that your con supplies to you if they have anything like that, because it's actually really helpful.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I like the that cons are especially like the big ones are getting sister rooms because big cons there's a lot to take in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's an overwhelming amount of people sometimes, and when it gets very crowded, especially on the weekend days, I find, like especially Saturdays. Saturdays are always the most hectic
Oh yeah,
days.
because day one everyone's just either just got into town or the day before they want to relax. No, everyone's supposed to do something simple. Then day two, like everyone's well rested from the day before. They're gonna go all out. They just got done partying from the night before.
Yeah, yeah, it's well, me and my friends do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we arrive on the Thursday. Friday is like our starter day, like we're getting into it and just warming up. Saturday is usually the hectic day where you're like, oh my
Oh,
God,
like
there's
where
a sea of
people are
people.
just like in the dealer's hall buying
Yeah,
stuff left and right.
yeah. Is you literally packed in like sardines occasionally,
Oh,
like you're just slowly walking, like just trying to like skittle through.
I'm fully familiar what it's like being in a crowded dealer's hall at a con. It's like okay, just walk every like two
Yeah,
steps.
yeah. I've done that in a Harley Quinn, you know, her big ball gown dress, from the second Suicide Squad.
Ooh, the red one.
Yeah, the big red one. I wore that to a con last year and trying to navigate through those halls with
Oh
that thing
yeah.
because there's a hoop skirt under that as
Oh
well.
yeah.
So I
It's
was
a
like,
pretty
oh
big.
my God.
Did you also have were you wearing the combat boots and did you have the javelin as well?
I did. I
Also,
did. The
you went
javelin
all.
was great to like if my friends lost me, I'd just raise it up in the air and be like, I'm over here.
It's a good marker because
Yeah.
also let's be honest, cell service and internet in a convention center
Hmm.
is not the greatest. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
where you're at. Everyone's on the Wi-Fi, so it's just like the cons just like somebody tell me using Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. Trying to call anyone, you just say you're like, I can't hear you. Where are you?
Oh
Or trying to
man.
get Wi-Fi is nightmare.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe it. But yeah, also I'm sure advice for cosplayers is like depending on the con and the time of year, always,
Hmm.
dress for the weather for the con.
Yeah, I didn't. I learned that the hard way.
Oh, what was the cosplay that you learned that lesson?
Um, so what did I do in May? I can't remember which one I done. There was one of them, and I sweltered. I was overheating to the point where it was Captain Carter. Captain Carter.
Oh yeah, I mean her outfit
Yeah.
is a really tight fitting outfit also
Hmm.
as well, and not to mention her wig and everything.
Yeah, it's especially my one is it's two layers on the top plus a belt. Plus I've got my shield is fully metal as well, so
Oh,
that thing is heavy.
it's not like a
Yeah,
flop shield. It's like I imagine that thing weighs a
yes.
damn ton.
It's yeah, it's a heavy boy. Like, and me walking around, it was great for the crowds because I kind of just used it as like a barricade almost. Um, but with all of those layers, plus she has like gauntlets on
Oh
her
yeah.
arms, it just started to become so warm that I think halfway through the day I took the top layer off and was just walking around in like what looked like a long sleeve t-shirt with just a few stripes.
Oh geez. Yeah,
But
I know I've seen people cosplay and I imagine it does not feel comfortable. Is this the said mentioned?
that's yeah, that's the one.
And that is so I gotta ask real quick. Where'd you get the shield?
It was actually on Etsy, and funny story, me and my partner actually bought each other a shield for Christmas that year. I bought him Captain
Nice.
America's and he bought me Captain Carter's.
It's a really so I gotta ask, how much did it cost?
Um, I think it was maybe about £120 without postage.
120. I'm just
Don't know what that is in dollars.
so 120 pounds it equals up to $145 here in the States.
Damn.
That's expensive still, but well worth
Yeah.
it. So another question I like asking, what are your thoughts on the buddy system for a con? Like if you don't want to go on con by yourself, you want someone with you, or if you're doing a big cosplay and you need a handler, or in this case, your partner, is it
Hmm.
what are your thoughts on the buddy system?
I think it's ideal, honestly. I think going to a con with someone else is the best way to do it. Because one, I think you have more fun anyway. Um, and it's another one of those things that if you do get overwhelmed, you have someone to help you through it. And especially there's a lot of younger people that attend cons in the UK. And my advice to those people again would be always go with a parent, a friend, someone you trust. Like, do not go alone.
And probably dress appropriate for your age as well when it comes to cosplaying.
There, I have seen a few minors that have dressed in such manners, and you do kind of worry for those people.
Oh no, wholeheartedly.
And yeah, because you do unfortunately get the odd creep, and they unfortunately won't care about how old you are. So you have to be very cautious. I mean, there's people creeping about around people my age. I'm 25.
And cosplay just and for those who are watching, no matter where you go, what con you go to, whether it's here in the States or to a different country, same rules always apply. Cosplay does not
Hmm.
equal consent.
Exactly.
So, next question is, so this won't be out till December.
Hmm.
What cons will you've gone to by then, and what cons are there any? Are is there well, what cons will you have gone to in early December? Because by the time this doesn't come out till like December, the last Saturday of
Hmm.
December.
Oh. So it definitely would have been MCM May for my birthday, MCM October. That's two definitive ones. There is some other ones I would like to go to. I would like to try and go to a MegaCon and some more of the UK CGF, but it just kind of depends on when I can get some time off work, you know?
Oh, no, I completely get that. So, a question I'm going to start asking because it was from a different podcast, from my Geeking Out series that a buddy of mine mentioned. What is that one dream con you would want to go to, whether it's in your home or anywhere else around the world?
I would love to experience a proper American con, honestly. Like I watch vlogs on YouTube all the time, whether it's is it Holiday Matsuri?
Holiday Matsuri in Florida, which I heard is a really good con, and
Yeah.
some friends, some cosplayers who I've interviewed in the past have gone to Whole Mat. It's a really good con
Yeah,
from what I hear.
it sounds amazing. That one, and I think KatsuCon's just happened
Yeah,
as well.
Katsucon in California just recently happened as
Yeah,
well. there's a
And
lot of cons that happen
yeah,
early in the year here in the States. Like, I
yeah.
keep on hearing them, like, I hear about all these cons, but it's like they're like around times I don't have money or it's too
Oh
far
God,
away.
yeah, yeah. But they look so much fun. Like as I said, I watched the vlogs of them and
Oh
they
yeah,
look
no.
incredible to
I I I
experience.
feel like if you want to get an idea of the con, I think watching a vlog or some kind of
Hmm.
convention video at a con here, wherever, is a good idea because it gives you an idea, and also, doesn't hurt to hit up your friends and ask them as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I kind of knew what was coming for MCM. I didn't fully expect the whole thing that I got, but I was like, at least if I watch a few vlogs, I can kind of get the drift of how busy it is and what it's like and that kind of thing. So,
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree, and I'm sure. Which brings me to one more question before we get into the cosplay portion of this. Advice for those who want to go to a big con for their first con. They don't want to, they don't want to go to Disneyland. They want to go to Disney World, as I
that
would
you
put
want
it.
to go big. Um, I would say make sure you're giving yourself time to rest in between. Please make sure you have some food during the day. Don't do what I done. I got so over excited with adrenaline, I forgot to eat my first day because I was like, I'm enjoying this so much.
Oh,
And
you got distracted that you didn't realize
yeah,
until towards the end. It's like, wait, I haven't had
yeah,
food yet.
yeah, it was literally, I think it literally finished at about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and I was like, I haven't eaten today.
Yeah, by the way, how long is MCM Comic Con, like time wise? Not like the days, but like how long does it last till?
So it varies every day. Saturday is the longest day. I think that doesn't finish until like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. And Sunday, if you get priority entry, you get in for I think it's like I think it's like 10 o'clock, and then if it finishes at 4, so that's the shortest day. And Friday is similar to Saturday. I think it starts at 9, finishes at like 5 or something like
Yeah,
that.
there are some cons here in the States that go up to like midnight.
I've heard about those, and because some of the people I follow online, they have like they change like 3 times in a day, and I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness,
Oh
how do
yeah,
you
no,
do
the
that?
longer the yeah, no, the longer the con, the more chance that they're going to bring more than just like one or two cosplays.
Oh yeah.
Now on to the cosplay portion before we talk about your cosplays. What are your thoughts on thrifting for cosplays? Like if you're a cosplayer on a budget, you don't have a whole lot of money and you need to but you still want to cosplay. What advice would you like to give?
Go for it. Some of my earliest cosplays were actually things from eBay or things I had in my closet. My first Adora version was actually a second-hand red cardigan from eBay because I didn't know where to get the Adora jacket, so I just used a cardigan.
That works.
Yeah, it
That
was
works.
absolutely fine. Same with my perfume address. It was from eBay.
You're who?
My perfume address, from Shira.
Oh, perfume. Okay, I'm just typing that in
Yeah.
right now just so I can remember. Now was that the same for your Luna dress from Hell of a Boss? Your Luna outfit.
That was an old t-shirt I had, and then I just chopped it up and had a bunch of like black velvet trim and just glued it together and made a top.
Really well done, by the
Thank
way.
you.
So what was your very first official cosplay, whether it was for TikTok or a convention?
It was actually Minthy from Laura Olympus. Um,
Is she the red
it
one?
was yeah, she's the red one.
Oh, Hades is
Uh,
on again, off again girlfriend.
yeah. Um, that was I again for some reason I went, oh, let's do a body paint as my first cosplay. Didn't
Oh,
think
you did wait, so your first
that
cosplay was body paint? Oh my.
body paint, yep, and I
You did like you're just like, no, I don't want to do something simple. You just like want to go big and go home just all together.
yeah, literally I was just there and I was like, again, talking to my friend, I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy myself a ring light. I got myself a red lace front wig and some red body paint and went, let's go. I'd never done body paint before. Painted myself on one of the hottest days in the UK that year,
Oh boy.
and just filmed, and then after that it was Entrapta from She-Ra, and then I done another body paint one of Persephone from Lore Olympus.
I've seen your Persephone. I remember Haley. I can't remember her cosplay name because it's been a while.
Reckling Turtle.
Correctly, true.
Hello.
I remember
Yeah,
her sharing your Persephone cosplay on her Instagram, I think.
yeah. Just decided to go in with the body paint for some ungodly reason, but lo and behold.
Speaking of Persephone, has your partner ever done Hades with you?
No, but I'm trying to get him to because he has like the most perfect hair. If I just paint it white, it's like automatic Hades. But we're getting there. I've got him to do Rick Flag to my Harley Quinn and my
Ooh.
Spider-Man to my MJ and Gwen Stacy. So slowly.
Wait, you're what now? You're Harley Quinn, the red dress Harley Quinn, or her as I call it, her Injustice 2 outfit.
Yeah, it's very Injustice 2 outfit. He's done it with me with both the red dress and the leather outfit. Because he just wears the yellow top from the second Suicide Squad movie.
Nice. All right, so Rick Flag, Spider-Man, couples photos, just couples cosplays, just so I don't have to type all that out. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So, what's been the biggest cosplay that you've ever done?
Oh, like most expensive or like
Either,
just the one
either,
with the most work?
I guess might as well make that into like, what's the most expensive cosplay you ever purchased, and what's the one you worked on the most?
Most expensive is probably Gotham Knights Batgirl. That thing was expensive. Um, because I bought everything. Like the suit um was I think about £160 plus the boots was like another £25. Then the wig is a lace front, which was about £40, and
Is
then
this the
that's the one. Yeah, that's the
I like the
one.
design you made her the like what like when you take the cowl off it has that mask mark.
Yeah, it's because originally I got the mask. I think you see it on another photo, but it's so tight against my head. It leaves like a little indent on my nose. So I was like, how can I get around this without
Oh yeah,
causing myself
and here's her
injury?
the other one you're talking about.
Yes, that's the new upgrade with the mask and the little bat spikes, like little ear
Nice.
things.
And then what's the one that you put together yourself?
Um, that would probably be Entrapta from She-Ra because I sewed the overalls myself and the wig I crimped myself and styled myself and added in extra wefts to make it extra fluffy.
Nice.
Um,
So you've what's it like making your own cosplays?
um, it is fun. It can get quite tiring, because I'm one of those people I stupidly don't set myself to just one project at a time. I'm like, let's do three. So I kind of like spread myself quite thin over several projects. So like one day I'm adding diamantes to something, the next day I'm gluing petals, the next day I'm sewing, like um but it is fun. It's very rewarding because then looking at the final piece going, I made that is it's very fun to then wear as well. Because if people ask you, you can be like, oh yeah, this is this and I done
It's
this.
very rewarding, basically.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Now the cosplays you've done, what's that one cosplay you've not done in so long that you would like to bring back?
Oh God, there's so many. Um, Probably Adora from She-Ra or Entrapta because um both of them just haven't really come out in a while. There's not really been a push for me to to do them, you know? Like they kind of just sat at the back and I'm like, "Oh, I'll film them at some point." Never have. But
Now, what's that one cosplay? I call them one and dones. Basically, you did it once because it was for a group photo. You wanted to see what it's like doing the character, but it didn't fit the vibe.
Catra. My friends will know I done Catra from She-Ra. I put it on and I hated it. I
Her
did
long hair, wait,
film
her long haired version, or her short haired version.
long-haired version. Um, I had spent money on it and tried to do stuff like myself, so I made her little horde badge and I crimped the hair to try and get it extra floofy. But this was in the early days of Courtney, and the makeup was atrocious. Um, the hair, I called it a Hagrid wig because once it had been fluffed, it was very
Oh yeah,
Hagrid from
and
Harry Potter.
Yeah, his hair is just like all over the place.
Yeah, it was ginormous. And I just didn't like it on me. I don't think I suited her at all. So literally wore it once and was like, not doing this again. So now one of my best friends has my Catra mask because I was like, it
Nice.
needs a good home. Take it. But,
Nice. Now, what has been your all-time favorite cosplay? Like, no matter how many
mm,
times you cosplay, you always enjoy wearing it.
it's forever Harley Quinn. Forever.
Well, which version?
Oh, every version. I love it. Um, Probably the leather outfit from the second Suicide Squad, you know, like her beachy Injustice looking outfit,
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
that's. I have to say, I'm glad
Yeah.
that when that movie came out, when I saw, it's like, hey, that's the same outfit she kind of wears in
hmm
Injustice.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time faves. I never get tired of it. It's had the most upgrades, I think, out of all of my cosplays. Um, and when I wear it, it's one of those feelings that you're just like, I love wearing this. I feel so comfortable. Like, and it always gets a good reception as well because everyone loves Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, no. I'm like I remember like ever since Suicide Squad, everything, back then you would see like Jester Harley, but then anytime Harley
hmm
is brought to the big screen, like people want to cosplay that version.
hmm
And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm. Future cosplays that you're
Ooh,
gonna be cosplays that, like I said, again, this won't be out till December. So cosplays you will have done by then, and cosplays you plan on doing.
okay. So I'm upgrading my animated series Harley Quinn because that is my favorite
Ooh,
thing ever. Um, I'm actually, by the time this comes out, I'm actually doing my first ever Halloween inspired cosplay.
ooh,
I have designed my own Oogie Boogie dress. Um,
ooh,
so it's like, what if Oogie Boogie was like gothic witchy vibes? Um, and it's gonna have LED lights in it
ooh.
and
It's
everything.
to look like the
So
bugs and everything.
yes,
Are you gonna have a pair of his dice as well as a prop?
yes.
Ooh.
Gonna try and do the dice. I would like to try and make it as like a little bag or something so I can put my phone in there and like, you know, have like a little like flap so I can like
Nice.
put things in. And then the hair is going to be inspired by my own hair because obviously I have split hair at the moment. But I'm gonna have half green, half black to be like, this is
Nice.
me in this cosplay. Uh,
Nice. Looking forward to seeing those. Now what is your all-time dream cosplay? Like, as a character you always wanted to cosplay, but you've never had the time, the money, stuff like that.
oh, where do I start?
Like your all-time dream favorite, I should say.
Ooh. Um, I would say it's either Princess Serenity from Sailor Moon because I love that
Ooh.
white, beautiful dress she has, or I would love to do Maleficent with the big wig, but proper
Ooh.
big wings and that beautiful dress.
Oh, you're like the one that she wears in the movie? The live action one?
Yeah, yeah, the beautiful black one. Maybe not the horns. I'd probably do like her brown hair and then have the horns on top
Oh, like
instead of
when
that head
oh,
wrap. But
okay, like when she's wearing the brown looking dress or whatever.
yeah, something like that. I'd
Ooh,
love to do Maleficent. She's a
nice.
queen.
Very nice. So, have you ever entered any cosplay contests before?
No, because I don't have the balls to. I always get very nervous. I've only ever done, it was like a little masquerade thing where you just went on stage and showed your cosplay. There was no judges, it was just appreciation from the crowd. I've only ever done that once and nearly peed my pants because I was
What
so nervous.
what cosplay was that for?
That was a UK CGF con and I done Spider MJ. So it was Mary Jane Watson wearing a
The
Spider-Man
Spider
suit.
Sister. Yeah, I think I've seen that
Yeah,
with the red where you're
yeah.
wearing the red wig.
The
Nice.
red hair, yeah. I done
Very
that.
very nice.
Thank you.
Now on to two of my favorite questions. Um, cosplay mishaps.
Oh,
Like a cosplay of yours either ripped, snapped, tore off, fell, just everything that could go wrong did go wrong for your cosplay.
um, so the most recent one was at con last year, and I had put on a Harley Quinn animated series kind of vibe. It was like the new Multiverses game.
Mm-hmm.
I had put together something like
Oh,
that.
like her outfit based off of Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn animated
Yes,
series.
yes. But I had the jacket and I had the fluffy shoes and everything. Um, we were doing what we call a pre-con shoot with me and my friends. We go to a location, do a bunch of photo shoots like the day before the con starts, just to get us like excited and whatnot. Um, I these shorts were very tight. Um, I realized the minute I got back to the hotel, my shorts had actually ripped in the
Oh,
middle.
you were wearing booty shorts, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
was the booty shorts.
it's always a game of Russian roulette when it comes to wearing tight fitting outfits for your cosplay. It's like, is it gonna rip if I do this? Is it not gonna rip?
Yeah,
Or it is
yeah.
from what I've always been told when from what I've been told when people have been on here, it's like it's always after the photo shoot is
Mhm.
when because you're doing so many poses, so that's a lot more strain on the outfit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I didn't even really get that many photos. I was just kind of vibing. I was like in the moment. I was having so much fun and just running around and get back to the hotel and just realized that the middle bit had just ripped. And I was like,
Ooh.
I don't know how long I've been walking around like this because I did not
Well,
feel it go,
it didn't sound like you flashed
but
anybody.
I hope not. But luckily my jacket kind of covered the back a little bit, so I'm hoping that, it wasn't too bad.
Now, another question that's also my favorite. Cosplay and convention horror stories or and slash weird moments. Like it was at a con, something weird, awkward happened, and it just made you like, did that actually just happen?
Um,
Or funny moments that made you go like, did that actually just happen?
trying to think. Oh, I did have a follower. It was really surreal. I had a follower come up to me and they were like, "Oh my goodness, you look amazing." And obviously I'd never met this person before, but being a new cosplayer, they were like, "Oh my God, like I love your cosplay, like I follow you, blah blah blah." And I was just like, "Oh my God." Like
Who
people
are you?
actually yeah, I was just like it was weird because obviously you don't expect like a stranger to come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, like I know you," kind of thing. But then at the same time, it was such a lovely feeling because that was one of the first con experiences I had. And just having someone go, "I follow you, like I love your stuff, your videos are incredible." I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's so sweet." And like such a weird feeling, because you're like, oh, someone appreciates my stuff. It's really nice.
Oh, well, at least that was nice, and then that they appreciated it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Hmm. Let's see here now. Favorite convention moments, like it's something that like something really cool and awesome that happened at a convention that you remember to this day.
So me and two of my friends, we went dressed as Tengen's wives from Demon Slayer. And luckily, Ray Chase, the voice actor of Tengen, was there. And this was last October. And so we were like, right, let's go meet him. We've got to go dress as the wives, like we have to. So we were in the queue, we were the first in the queue. Um, and we went in one at a time. So my friend Liv, they went in first, and he was like, "Oh my God, a wife!" And then I come in, and he goes, and Ray was like, "Oh my God, there's two wives!" And then my other friend Jess came in being the last wife, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, there is three. I have all three wives
So
together."
her name is Hina
Hinatsuru,
yeah.
Makio, and Suma.
Yeah.
So I was Hinatsuru. Um, and yeah, Ray Chase was like, I've not seen any of my three wives together yet. Like, this is amazing.
I'm sure that
So
made
that
his
was like a
day.
really cool moment
Did you
to
get
be like,
did you guys get a picture with him?
we did, yeah. It was amazing because he kind of gave us all a hug,
Oh,
and we were just all talking about like the wives and stuff, and it was great.
that sounds really cool. They got to meet Ray Chase himself.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, it sounds like it was. So uh, so last question, just advice in general that you would like to throw out there for those who are listening and are watching to this.
Hmm. Sorry, my partner's.
Yeah. Any last minute advice you like to throw out there for those who are listening and are watching this?
Um, just go for it. If you want to cosplay, just go for it. Don't do it for the likes or the views because the algorithm can really
Yeah.
mess things up. Um, but just go for it. Have fun. Like it's a creative outlet. And you make so many new friends in the process of it as well. I've all of my best friends from TikTok, and I now can't imagine my life without them, honestly. Um, like Haley, my cosplay wife, I talk to her almost every Friday now on a video call. My best friends in the UK, we go to con together every single time now. And it's one of those things that we look forward to every year. So,
Nice. Well, I think sorry, getting over a cold. I think that should do it. Before, real quick, before we end this, would you like to promote yourself by letting people know where they can find you on social media?
oh, so it is Courtney Louise Cosplays on Instagram, and TikTok is Courtney underscore Louise 77. I have yet to change my name, but that's the two main platforms I use for my cosplay things. I'm hoping to start up some kind of like Twitch streaming thing at some point because I'd like to do something like this. But we'll see. We'll see what
Never
happens.
know until it
Yeah.
happens. Again, I think that should do it again. Courtney, thank you for coming on again to Cosplay Con Talks. Get to know that cosplayer. Looking forward to seeing that cons you go to. Looking forward to see the cosplays you do later this, from this year and everything. And yeah,
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast.
you're very welcome. And as always, I am Winnie Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for watching.